Today I'm going to walk you through 12 steps on how to make YouTube videos on your phone. So yes, with this phone or whatever phone you have in your pocket, you can create YouTube videos and grow your channel. You don't need a camera, computer, tablet, anything else. Your phone will work just fine. This is an overview video of all the steps from the idea phase to publishing your content. We have a bunch of other videos that walk through this in much more detail, as well as other resources that I'm going to put down below in the description. And make sure you stick around till the end of the video, because if you're not doing the last step of this process, you're definitely not getting as many views as you could be with all of your videos. So let's get into it. The very first step is the idea phase. So what are you going to create content about? Obviously, we've talked in other videos about choosing a niche and things like that, but then from there, what is the actual idea of today's video that you're going to be recording? So we have a video that walks through different types of videos that you could create, from tutorials and how-tos, reviews, comparison, tips videos, things like that. So come up with kind of an idea of this is the realm of things that I want to create content for. Another thing in the idea phase for us is finding videos that will show up in search results. So for new channels, the best way to grow your channel and be seen by new people day in and day out is to create content for YouTube search. We have a whole video related to YouTube SEO, search engine optimization, that walks you through coming up with topic ideas, recording the video, telling YouTube what your video is about so that you show up in search results day in and day out and grow your channel. So that moves me on to step number 2, which is write a script or an outline. So what I like to do is, I take this notebook and, I write out video ideas, and then from there, I'll write either, an idea for the script of everything that I want to say, kind of word for word, but I generally don't try to word for word say that to the camera. It takes a lot of effort if you don't have a teleprompter to say whatever you wrote word for word to the camera. So what I find to be much easier is to just use kind of a bullet point list. So for this video, I even have this little note card with each of the steps for the video, and maybe each step is a minute long, and it's something that with the prompt of, step 3 is this, I can, talk about that for say a minute or so. But the important thing here is coming up with the structure that works for you to quickly say what you need to say for the video, not forget some of the important parts of the video, and also to keep you on track so you're not just rambling all over the place, because if you drag out a video and make it much longer than it needs to be, people are going to leave, which is not good for your content. So the next thing you want to think about when you're making videos for YouTube is your YouTube studio, the atmosphere you're recording in. So if you're vlogging and carrying the camera around with you, if it's stationary like it is right now, normally I record in something that I can control everything with. I'm usually recording at night. I'm using the same lights. Each of the videos is going to look the same. I have the boring gray background. It's nice out here in Michigan right now, so nice out for March is 50 degrees or something like that. But the thing is, it's 5:30 in the afternoon. So, thinking of where you're recording at, it's not only like, hey, what do you see behind me? It's the lighting, the other sounds and things like that. So being outside, there may be some birds chirping, some other random noises. Being the hour that it is, over the next hour, it's going to be completely dark. So if I'm recording, talking to you right now, and then in 10, 15, 20 minutes, the lighting is not going to look the same at all. And then the next thing would be the audio. So I'm using a shotgun mic right now that's pointed directly at me on top of my phone that's about arm's length away. And so I want to show you just some quick variability of, how much the microphone you're using can affect your videos. So here's the audio being directly recorded on my phone. Does it sound like I'm further away from the microphone right now? Is it harder to hear me? Do you hear more of the sound going on around me than with the shotgun mic I was using previously? So here's the audio with this $20 lav mic from Movo. So it's just something to think about as you're recording your videos of, what type of microphone you use. If your phone is close enough to you and there's not a lot of echo, you're indoors, you can probably get away with just recording from your phone. But if you're going to be in a place where there's echo or street noise or whatever it is, to have either a shotgun mic or a lav mic like the one that I'm currently using. So one other thing to think about as you're recording your videos is, how do you keep it stable? So do you have a tripod? Do you use a switch pod like I use to set up on a table and I'm holding on to right now as I'm walking around? But the more stable you can keep the video, it's a much easier viewer experience. Obviously, if this is bouncing all around as I'm holding it in my hand, it's not the same or easy for you to watch as if it were just on a tripod like it normally is. So an important point with recording is, generally I end up recording in 1080p. Most people don't have monitors that actually produce 4K videos. So you go through a ton of effort to store the files, edit the files, everything else if you're trying to record in 4K, and then people aren't actually viewing it in 4K. So what I generally do is just use 1080p. It takes up less file space. It's easier to edit. You know, on the iPhone, you can basically go into settings, scroll down to, where'd it go? Camera, and then you can see it's at 30 frames per second at 1080p. So that's just the general camera that you can change that setting in. I think it'll make it much easier. The quality's still really, really good, and you'll have an easier time editing. You know, the next thing is actually recording the video. So, you know, you can use the normal camera app on your phone, my trusty SwitchPod, you know, be recording like this, talking to the camera. You know, as you're going through point by point, you know, obviously look down at this, you know, speaking to the camera. Another thing with the camera app, so the app that comes on your phone isn't bad. The thing is, I've actually been using an app called PROTAKE. Let me show you that really quick. So here's what PROTAKE looks like. You can see here that it gives you a little bit more information when you're recording. So I can see the audio levels. I can see what, you know, resolution and frames rates I'm going to be recording at. I can, you know, change some of the colors. They have, you know, filters and other stuff. If you end up using the paid version of this, which I have not upgraded yet to, you can basically see like the shutter speed, the ISO, the white balance, some of the different wavelengths. So it gives you a lot more of an ability to go through and make changes to your videos by using an app like this versus just recording from either the app that comes with your Android or with your iPhone. So when you're done recording the video, the next step is taking a picture for your thumbnail. So this is something I've forgotten so many times. Laura, my business partner on our Spanish channel, does the same thing, and we forget to take a thumbnail picture. The important thing here is, you know, we like to take the picture with the same clothes. So if I'm, you know, not wearing glasses in the video and I'm wearing a green shirt and then I have glasses and a gray shirt in the thumbnail, it just looks strange. So you see me one way and then they click and then it's like another person in the video. And so it's important to take the picture for the thumbnail wearing the same clothes. And so it's obviously easiest to do right as you finish recording the video. The other thing is if you record videos by yourself, you may want to just record a video as opposed to taking pictures. So what I'll end up doing is, you know, if this were, you know, my phone recording, I'm going to make like faces like, like whatever I'm thinking for, you know, the thumbnail. And then what I'll just do is take a screenshot from the video. And that way I don't have to find a way to take 50 pictures. I can go through a 30-second video clip, find the look that I want to use for the thumbnail, take a screenshot of that, and then I can use that for the thumbnail. The thumbnail is super, super important to get people to click on and view your videos. So you recorded the video, you have a picture of video that you can use for your thumbnail. The next step is to edit the video. So there's a ton of options for apps you can use to edit on your phone. Soon we have a video coming out on our 5 favorite. Also, we'll be creating some tutorials walking you through step-by-step how to edit videos on your phone. So for this video, I'm going to walk you through just the basics of editing in iMovie, an app that's free with any iPhone. And so to do that, obviously we can open up iMovie, create a project. That's a movie. Choose the clips that we want for our video, create a movie. And so it puts all of the clips on a timeline like so. And what I can do here is just go through and say, hey, from this part, I actually want to split this. This piece I actually don't want, so I'm going to delete. You know, at the end of the video, I actually want to trim that a little bit. So now that you have the video exactly how you want, so it has text, sound effects, anything else you want to add to the video, the next step is to export the video. So if I click on done, and then the next thing is if I click on this icon here, it's going to ask me to export the video, or, you know, what I want to do actually is to save the video, which if I click on this option here, and then it's going to ask me in what export size. So I recorded in 1080p, I want to export it in 1080p, and then later on we'll upload the video also in 1080p. So as the video is exporting, the next step in the process would be the thumbnail. So the video, and then the next most important thing is the thumbnail. So spend a lot of time here. So we have 3 tutorial videos. We have 2 with Canva. One you can do on your phone. The other you can use Canva's website. It's a free app that you can create thumbnails with. I also have a tutorial video on how to create YouTube thumbnails using Instagram stories. So yeah, you can actually import an image in Instagram stories, design your thumbnail, export it, and then use that for your thumbnail on YouTube. Once you have the thumbnail created, the next step in the process is all the things that basically tell YouTube what your video is about and helps the viewer make a decision to click on your video as well. So that's the title, That's the description and the tags. So as a team, we usually write stuff within Google Docs and then from there copy and paste it into the video as we're uploading it. You could do that within Notes on your phone or whatever app it is, or actually while you're uploading the video, you can, add all those pieces in as well. If you're looking to grow on YouTube this year, don't forget to sign up for our free YouTube Masterclass. It's an hour-long training with tons of tips to help you grow your channel. If you're interested in signing up, I'll leave a link down below in the description. So after you've written all that, the next step in the process is to upload your video. So this is one of the things that's a little bit easier to do on your computer, but you can do everything you need to on your phone. You need two separate apps, the normal YouTube app and the YouTube Studio app. Why don't I show you how this works? So the first thing you need to do is open up YouTube and then click the plus button here. From here, you want to click on Upload Video, choose the video you want to upload. So say this one. The next thing you want to do is choose Next. From here, this is where you add the title, the description, and playlist. And then what you want to do here is upload the videos unlisted or private. You'll upload the video like so. That'll take a few minutes you can see the little library thing that's blue right now on the screen. Okay, so here the video is finished uploading. The next thing we need to do is go into YouTube Studio. So we open up this app and go to Videos. From here, we can click on the video that we were just working on. And then there's a couple things we can do here. If we click on the pencil icon, now we're going to be editing the video. If I click on this pencil icon over the image, this is where you're going to add your custom thumbnail. Below that, obviously, we would have updated the title and the description, turned on monetization if you have a monetized channel, add the tags. Once that's done, you basically have 95% of what you need to do. You could actually change unlisted to public and publish your video. The two things that you can't do within either of those apps are add cards or add end screens. You can do those if you go into a web browser, go to desktop version, then you can go through YouTube Studio and add both of those. I walk you through step by step how to upload YouTube videos from your phone video. That's down below in the description as well. Once you've done all that, your video is public and you're starting to get views. The one thing that many people forget about is actually promoting your content. So you put all this work and effort into creating the video, uploading it, publishing it, creating an amazing thumbnail, but that's it. The next step in the process, the very last step, is promoting your videos. If you can actually bring external traffic to YouTube, YouTube loves it. So if someone was on Instagram, in their email, doing something else, and you sent them to YouTube, that means YouTube is happy. They saw people on the platform, they can show them more videos, they can show them more ads, they can make money, so they're just happy. The important thing here is think about all the different places where you can be sharing your content, and the most important time is the first 24 to 48 hours. If your video does well in the first 24 to 48 hours, that's a great sign for your video, and there's a good chance that YouTube continues to promote it day in and day out on the platform. So don't forget this last step. Make sure you're promoting your content after uploading it. Share it everywhere you can, and your video is going to take off. If you want to see all of our videos on how to create YouTube content with your phone, check out the playlist up above. If you want to see all of our other YouTube videos to help you grow on YouTube in 2021, check out the playlist below. Hope to see you in another video. Bye-bye.